Welcome, guys. My name is Jimmy Stevens. I'm the owner of TGL Marketing. Uh, over 25 years of ministry. I've been in ministry for over 25 years. I started in San Diego, California as a youth pastor, then became director of ministry operations, over charge of outreach, started a digital marketing agency, moved from California to Atlanta, started the ministry here, utilized these tools to grow my church, realized that wasn't what God was calling me to do. So here I am as a digital marketing agency solving problems for ministry. That's the season I'm in at this point. And so I'm sharing that backstory with you so you can appreciate who's talking to you, who created this, who is engaged in this process, who understands how to connect with people and understands ministry, first of all. As a pastor, it's important that you focus on feeding the flock, but at the same time, you want people out there sharing the gospel and bringing people in. The shepherd's funnel will assist you in doing that. Now, it is an outreach program that's designed to work on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. These social platforms allow us to reach people who need to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ. And this, I repeat, is not a what you call traditional Facebook church ad. Okay. This is totally different. Why? Because there are four touch points in the shepherd's funnel. Four that we create for you. Secondly, is we automate the entire process. We do it. The only thing you do is record a video and host a couple of connect meetings that we, through our technology, drive people to. So without further ado, let's get into this. Biggest challenge, right, that pastors face today. God is still calling people, but many feel disconnected, aren't finding their way to your church. The challenge is manual outreach is time consuming and leads to burnout, meaning sometimes you only got maybe 3 or 4 people willing to do outreach, right? Small percentage of the church is actually wanting to go out on a Saturday and minister to people. Okay. That's another challenge. The solution is our funnel. It is a done for you outreach that is designed for pastors to reach and connect to people. And what's the funnel? First of all, it's specifically designed for ministries. So this is not anything but ministry design and focus, right? Uses Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and TikTok ads to reach those people online who are scrolling, who need salvation, who need community, who need to connect. Our system automates follow-up through text and email, right? So we create the content for the text, we create the content for the email. Brings people to your city who feels called but disconnected from the fold. So there are people who want to come to your church, who need to come to your church because they are not going to church, but they're believers. They love God. They're not fellowshipping. Why is that? Probably because they haven't been called. They haven't been emotionally connected. They haven't had someone talk to them. So introducing the shepherd's funnel, outreach for the cause. People who feel God has called them to do something in ministry, but not in ministry, not in a church, but they're outside the doors of your church. That's what the shepherd funnel is designed to reach. We reach out to these people knowing that they are still in a position where they need to hear. And so we process them through various different ways. First is the Facebook ad. Facebook ad goes out. People respond to the ad. Once people respond to the ad, then this happens. You see this text message? John, this is Pastor Jimmy from the Light International Church. I appreciate you connecting through the ad. Are you free for a short phone call? This, my brother or sister, is the first touch point. We're asking this person, are they free for a short phone call? Now, the cool part is whatever they put into that automation, you'll get a notification on your CRM. It's going to come to your cell phone, and you get to see what time they said they're free for a call or when they say they're free for a call. Even if you're not free, you respond back via text through the CRM. Can't do it at 2 o'clock. Are you free at this time, right? And work that out. But the main thing is you want to call them on the phone. You want to connect with them because you want to find out why they clicked the ad. So the phone call goes something like this. John, this is Pastor Jimmy. Hey man, thanks for clicking the link. Let me ask you something. What made you click that ad? Now we want to ask that question first. The reason we want to ask that question first is it prepares you for ministry. You get prepared to hear various things. I've heard a whole lot, church hurt, moved to a new city, never found a church, was moved by your ad. No, God is calling me to doing something. And I just kept seeing your ad on Facebook and Instagram. And I just felt that God wanted me to connect with you. You're going to hear various different things, but here's the key point. You got to make that first phone call. Do not put that phone call off, because that phone call is connecting you with that person who is looking for you, the person who said, are you in the city, feel God has called you to do something, but you have not connected with the church. That's really the context, right? We're not inviting you to church. We're inviting you to a phone call. When John gets on that phone or Susie gets on that phone, now you're ministering to them when they tell you exactly what they were going through. Second is we not only text, but we email that person. We have created 52 different emails that add value to that person who clicks your ad. So they're getting fed by you just because they clicked the ad. Now, this is the process or the journey to fellowship, the 4 points that I talked about, because this is critical. This is what we've discovered. When I ran this initially, when I started my church, I ran this funnel. First Sunday, we had 35 guests. First Sunday, 35 guests from an ad that I ran for 1 week, a week and a half, I should say. These 4 touch points were in it. First off, we strategically place an ad that speaks to the pain that a person is dealing with. We're not inviting them to church. That's the problem. They've been invited to church their whole life. They want a conversation. Are you listening to me, Pastor? They want a conversation. We're in a different generation. That conversation creates the tone for the relationship. Secondly, spiritual form. This spiritual form is a form asking them, what do they believe God has called them to do? The first question when they fill out the Facebook ad after their name, phone number, email address is, what do you believe God has called you to do? We ask that question in a Facebook form. Some people say, I'm called to ministry, I'm called to sing, I'm called to youth ministry, I'm called to the outreach. You're going to see that inside of the form. We ask that question when they initially go to the form to fill out. We automate the follow-up through text and email, which is what you saw. Jimmy or John, it's Pastor Jimmy, thanks for filling out the form. Are you free for a short phone call? That's the first connect point, that phone call, right? After the text message and they get the phone call, second is we invite them to a Zoom. So after we get done talking and ministering to that brother or sister, we say, listen, I've been running these ads and every Thursday at 6 o'clock, you choose the day, you choose the time. I meet with everybody who clicked the Facebook ad. Are you free to get on a Zoom at Thursday at 6? If they say yes, great. What's that, guys? Touch point number 2. They show up to the Zoom. Guys, thank you. I want to appreciate all you guys for clicking the Facebook ad. All of you know who I am, but I want you to know who each other is. So I'm gonna just call on you. And I just want you to share a little bit about yourself as much as you want. Most importantly, share what made you click that Facebook ad. People gonna go around, they're gonna say what they're gonna say, and they're gonna say why they clicked the Facebook ad. Pretty soon they're gonna hear everybody in the room where they're at in their life and their spiritual growth. You share your testimony, the vision of your ministry at that point, right? Before the Zoom ends, you let everybody know inside of the chat is a form to fill out. Now, that form we create for you. It is a questionnaire. Question asks this, what do you believe God's called you to do? We ask it again. Yes. Second question we ask, how do you see giving in the church? Tithing, 10%, giving based off what you have, or giving tithes and offerings? Third, what is your commitment level? So we're asking time, talent, and treasure questions. What is your commitment level? Do you see yourself coming once a month, every Sunday? You see all of that in the form that we curate for you with your logo. It's going to look like it came from your ministry. They're going to click that link before they get out to Zoom. When they fill out the form, it automatically goes into your CRM. Then you can look through it to see exactly where people are at. Before it ends, you're sending that out, but also you're giving them another invite. This is the third touch point. Third touch point is, guys, glad you met with me today. This Saturday, we're hosting a fellowship for everybody on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram who fill out this form. I just want to meet with you and your family, hang out and talk to you. We're going to meet this Saturday. If you got a church facility at your church, if not Starbucks, if not IHOP, wherever you want to meet at, make it a social at the park. Make it wherever you want to make it at. But the goal is to invite those people to the location, have donuts, have coffee there, and just talk. Nothing spiritual. Don't just connect with them, talk to them, see where they're at, so they can see where you're at. Last but not least, here's the fourth one. Guys, thank you all for coming today. I want to make sure you're going to be at service tomorrow at 10 o'clock. You're going to be there? You're going to be there? Great. What I've discovered when we did ministry and we ran this funnel, 98% of people who did 3 showed up at the church on Sunday. And here it is. They didn't even see themselves as a guest. Some of them at some times came in and say, Pastor, what can I do? I'm going to get there this time. Can I get there early? What can I do? This is the shepherd's funnel. We're talking to people who need healing, not just need healing, but know they need it, in a position connected to the ministry, right? Ready to do the work of the ministry. So what does the funnel do? We script the ad for you. We set up the script so that you can go in and say what we want you to say. We automate it, set it up, workflow, the whole 9. All you do is make sure you show up to the Zoom, make sure you show up on that phone call, make sure you have the connect meeting. Have the connect meeting once a week. That's the price. People say, I can't do once a week, Pastor, maybe twice. Listen, I'm telling you what works. Once a week is the best. If you can do twice a month, once a month, because the more touch points you have, the more likely they are to come. If they come to all 3 touch points, guess what? They're showing up on Sunday. That's what I know. That's what I know. Everybody we helped who done all 3 touch points, they show up. I have a pastor who travels, who started using this. He had 35 people sign up for his church in Los Angeles, and they hadn't even had a service yet, and he was in Georgia, but he launched the ad in Los Angeles, and we ran it. This stuff works. Did the Zoom, right? Didn't do the connect meeting because he wasn't there, but did the church service. Guys, this stuff works. This stuff works. So Shepherd's Funnel, we automate it so you can stay focused on ministry, and this can bring the harvest in. Now, if you're interested in us in the Shepherd's Funnel, first off, I need you to go down, look at the actual program you're interested in. Look at it, determine what's best for you. Click it, pay your money. My team will reach out to you, set up a onboarding session where we onboard you into this process. Now, if you have any questions, of course, feel free to call, reach out. My schedule is tight, but listen, I'm here to serve and help. Look at the price point, pay, receive the invite, and that's how you start getting going. Now, I want to thank you first off for just kind of hanging out with us today and, seeing what we have to offer here. I can tell you that my team and I are committed to making sure you get people into your door. I've helped hundreds of churches. I want to help yours as well. So if you think this works for you, click the link, pay the program you're interested in, and get the invite, and we can go from there. Hope to see you soon, guys. Have a great one.